2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
That's his thing. They don't get back. Hayward's looking. Now look at his steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. Marcus Maybin. And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville. Marcus in the open floor. Hops incredible. Here comes Maybin off the steal. Oh, my goodness.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marcus Maybin. About midway to the midday with Marcus Maybin. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marcus Maybin. So sit back and relax and watch Maybin. Break it down like this. Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maybin on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maybin and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maybin. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station, and judging by the background energy, my man Steve Rummage is feeling good. Steve Rummage in the building. Nikki V in the booth.
My little Hercules. Hercules. I love it, man. I'm excited. I think everybody around Louisville basketball is excited right now,
about,
man.
Steve?
So this is
tell me
good.
exactly what you're so excited about.
Well, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. We talked about some possible roster additions.
Mm-hmm.
It looks as though now we know what one is probably going to be.
I'm glad you said probably, because that means you have no idea.
Yeah, we do have an idea.
How do we have an idea, Steve?
Because the entity that is Mark Fiscarelli, the stone, what am I looking for? I can't believe. Oh my gosh, somebody's gonna kill me.
What are you looking for?
Thanos' stones.
Infinity Stone?
The Infinity Stones.
Oh, the reality
gosh. The one of the Infinity Stones that is Mark Fiscarelli.
Nikki V in the booth. Nikki, what's going on, my man?
They want the boot.
Oh, not much. Yeah, we had a Fisker bomb, a Fisk bomb, a Fisk mortar. I don't know exactly we're talking. What the term is for it, but yeah,
Fish scale.
It came flying in, and you and I were trying to find another photo of the
Steve.
dude.
Who is Mark Fiscarelli?
I don't know.
What is Mark Fiscarelli?
What is Mark Fiscarelli?
Because I don't really know.
But here's the problem, Steve.
But he knows everything.
Listen, who is he? What does he know? And here's the thing. There have been people locally asking the same question.
Yes.
You know, his bio says, I covered this area. I know some things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, he's been way too on point, right? So as Marcus is driving on the Snyder, and this has been a thought for a couple of days now, I said, you know who he is, Steve?
I'm listening.
I'm going to tell you who this guy is. Mark Fiscarelli is the creation of a Tipton Edits, or one of the hot edit guys.
Okay.
That's exactly who he is. There is no way he would have insides on this level of commitments ranging from different areas unless he was one of the guys they were reaching out to do their edits, their official edits.
Do you think it's a Steve Rummage that's like, I'm getting these edits, and these edit people, like, they get them like a week early because they got to make the edits, right?
I was actually telling Patty Ice that.
And it's like, well,
they're the only people that know early, but you start figuring out the edit people are leaking my story to competitive universities.
I know.
So they know to get ahead of a thing. So now the edit guys have to make burners, and make them look credible burners, so I can leak the story of these commitments and build up another channel.
Because I couldn't imagine me sitting here and last week Imani Bates saying, "Hey Steve, I'm coming to Louisville," and I'd be like,
Nikki, could you imagine Steve Rummage having the information a week early about it? And here's the problem. Steve Rummage is not a credit
save.
What's the word? Give me a substitution word. A credit
clout
Katina.
chaser.
a credit Katina.
Credit Katina. There you go.
A clout chaser is much better. It's much more politically correct.
Then Katina.
He's not
A red
he's-
light district.
Yes.
he
Worker.
he-
A lady of the night.
he is not an information lady of the night. Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which means he doesn't necessarily need payment for it. He doesn't need the credit for it. He just likes to know before everybody else and likes to be the guy to.
Yeah. No, because listen,
But some people can't help themselves.
I
Some
had
people
right.
need the credit. I got it first.
Listen.
I got it first.
The credit and the clout is a drug.
Li-
man.
listen,
it's a
because-
drug.
I had a conversation with somebody yesterday that would probably send the city through the roof. But I'm not going to say.
Right.
I'm not going to say what it was. I'm not going to brag about it. I'm not going to tell you that it was amazing. I'm not going to tell you that it could possibly be absolutely incredible if it happens. But yeah, but I mean, I don't need the credit.
Right.
Can you give me initials?
Especially when it comes to the success of my university versus anything they can see on a YouTube. Steve, don't do that.
David Paget?
Bigger.
Damn.
That's enough.
We're done. But yes, I agree. Okay. This says,
Julius Randle?
That was the tea
says
being sipped.
somebody said he's Tim Sullivan's stepkid.
Fiscarelli.
Somebody said, has Maven been working on Tyrese Hunter's parents?
Not yet.
I
I have to get the okay from Kenny and Nolan.
Somebody said Mark Fiscarelli is a Kenny Klein burner account.
That would be hilarious.
We have learned recently, though, how much Kenny Klein has had to be involved in recruiting. I didn't know he was that involved in recruiting. Apparently he is. Good for him. We can start spilling his beans since he's retiring now.
We can just start.
Yeah.
Just start telling everything.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, Kenny Klein is the one who saved the.
Somebody says, oh yeah. Nope. Can't say that. So yes, but
Okay.
Mark Fiscarelli
Is Steve Rummage operating on the assumption that we're getting Imani Bates?
yes,
What percentage?
99.9999. Pretty much. Yes.
Don't do it, Steve. Keep on talking. Go
Like I
forward.
looked at Nick like I want to see it. I want to see it.
Just-
I want to see it.
Just keep going forward. You're
All right.
You're operating on the 99 percentile.
Yes,
That okay. So
which is
what can you lose? Listen, what can you lose? Okay, without even making a doomsday scenario, a normal rational scenario. Somebody sweeps in and just bags them to death. Or are we past? Are we
I
past the
think we're
last
past
minute?
that.
We're past the last minute bag.
I think we're past that. Listen, Money Bates is the type of kid, he's going to get paid. Even if it's not through universities. He's going to get paid.
You know what's really funny about that?
Yeah.
What's really funny about that is, isn't it amazing how, when you talk NIL,
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago, before NIL officially hit,
Yeah.
you were talking about the arms race of luxury.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about, look at Clemson's. Oh, they can sleep here, they can drink here, they get all the meals, and they live a life of absolute opulence, right?
Yeah.
And that was the arms race conversation. We got to stop spending money on these palaces that are considered football and basketball complexes.
Yep.
Now would be a great time to remind people that there are players at the University of Louisville who, outside of having extra money in their pocket and having a couple dollars to be able to send home, right?
Yeah.
Outside of getting a bigger, badder car, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's not like a big NIL difference for and people act like you could just pick up and leave like it ain't nothing every single time.
Yeah.
20,000 more, I'm gone. Jesus. Like maybe if you want to go to a place that has more to do,
Yeah.
you know, the cost of living, you want to look, are you a young college student ready to get into full-blown investment
Mhm.
strategies? And it's like, okay, what
Sure.
what are we doing here? Are we still basketball players? Yes.
I know.
We're still basketball players and basketball coaches, and we still got two-a-days. And you know what, Steve? People talk like, oh, this is gonna be. I'm like, do you know in college, you know what the worst transition is from college to being a professional? Well, everybody says it. They say speed. You know what the second hardest thing about transitioning to the professional level
Yeah.
is time.
Yeah.
Steve, the difficulty of adjusting from college to professional,
Yeah.
Steve, is that you've never had this much time in your life, free time.
I agree. That 100%.
You know what the biggest bank account saver is? Practice and pain,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
I practice all summer, twice a day. I got workouts, I got individuals, I got classes, I got summer school. I got all this stuff going on. And then, I mean, yeah, you can find some time on your Saturdays and Sundays to go spend a couple of dollars, but it's not like you're just sitting around. So
Yeah. No, I agree.
yeah, so you're not a professional.
That's why actually you find that, and I think I mean, the money, yes, I know people roll their eyes and they still want the money, but I think that's why you'll see with the NIL deals, the cars, like, and I'm not telling anything because they've posted this stuff publicly, but like Sidney Curry and his Jeep,
Mhm.
Malik Cunningham and his brand new Tahoe.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that is what I think a lot of kids would say, come down on the money, car, and some money. You know, hey, give me a few $1,000s a month just to have some extra money in my pocket, but give me the car as opposed to, you know, just one big,
Money
something.
checking
Yeah.
in, I gotta pay for my own stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, put me up. I know there are athletes here at the University of Louisville
Mhm.
that are living in I don't want to say penthouses, but they're not living on campus.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's okay
That
now.
listen, young Steve Rummage, young Marcus Maben. Yeah,
Yeah, give Steve.
put me in the spot.
Oh my gosh, give Steve. Look, I say a Bentley. I go straight to a Bentley. But I mean, you know,
No,
hey,
I wouldn't have wanted a bit.
no, yeah, give Steve an awesome car and put me up in a penthouse, and it's like, okay,
Yeah, I'm not hunting. I'm not sitting around hunting
Yeah.
for competitive contracts.
right. Now the
Pe-
basketball
people
thing, I think, is a
hunting
little
for
different.
competitive contracts. That's not coming from the kids.
Mm.
You do realize that too,
Mhm.
right? This is not coming from the children.
Yeah.
This is coming from the adults around them
Mm-hmm.
who are saying. And again, a lot of times, here's what's ironic too. It's the adults who already are savvy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The struggling adult can make a deal.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna do this, you're gonna take care of him here. Look, you know, this place is awesome. We good.
Yes.
You know, but the guy who sits back and says, no, we're gonna hold out for more. Yeah, I'm gonna play this university against this university.
Mhm.
These are savvy agents. These are, and I'm saying savvy, it could be like slicksters, or it could be, you know, professionals
Yes.
who are looking for, you know, their personal gain in this. You know, and
Absolutely.
keep in mind, we're still in the early stages where agents are trying to prove themselves as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're going, they're still doing what's best for their reputation over what's best for the kid.
Sure.
I mean, there's a lot of that going on.
And guys like Imani Bates, it's different. It's not something that we've dealt with before. When you deal with guys, players like Imani Bates, he is talking to
April Reeves says hi, Stephen. Hi, Marcus.
hello. Hello. Yeah. Imani Bates is, how do I say this without, okay, I'll just have to say it like this. Imani Bates is talking to Rock Nation, and Rock Nation is saying, that's the spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different.
Cole Anthony.
Yeah.
Where was he working out last summer? Or going into the with Carmelo.
Carmelo, yeah, with Brinkley and stuff.
And KD.
Yeah.
Steve, where's Imani Bates in his downtime working out?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that crew of people.
Yeah, it's just it's different, and like I say, I mean, it's something that we as Louisville fans are having to get accustomed to.
And just to jump ahead of that conversation, do yourself a favor, Louisville fan.
Mm-hmm.
Do not get sucked into the mole that everyone wants to talk about. And again, sometimes this is a fictitious mole that's not even there.
Okay.
And we've talked about this already, Steve. But well, I heard his dad.
Mm-hmm.
What else have you heard?
Mm-hmm.
You've heard two narratives. Memphis played better when he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that from people like Nikki, who watched a couple of highlights.
Right.
And you know who you heard his dad might be a problem for? When he chose Memphis over Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
People that knew he had a demanding father already LeVar Balled him. Right?
Sure.
A year ago. So everybody who Imani Bates chose Memphis over, again, the Nikki crowd, who wasn't going to give Penny a chance from the beginning.
That's right.
Even though he came around.
Yep.
Hashtag Team Tubby.
Even though he came around, there's a lot of people who aren't willing to be as gracious as Nikki and come around. But guess what they don't want Imani Bates to do? Go to Louisville
Mm-hmm.
with the Kenny Payne energy.
Absolutely.
So there are more people with something to lose by Imani Bates being successful at Louisville than there are people to gain something.
Absolutely.
In the media and outside world, but in the basketball world, everybody in the NBA, all former college athletes who aspire to be coaches, everybody who feels their intimate basketball knowledge should be appreciated more than currently is, who say to hell with the Stephen A. Smiths, whose job is to personally slay anybody successful, you know what I'm saying? That I won't go all the way with it.
Yeah.
But
It's like, do you not want black people to succeed? Like,
right.
Stephen A. is just very weird.
But
with that.
Point being, there's so many people in the sports world who are personally invested in Nolan Smith, Kenny Payne, Danny Manning. Yes, we can play. Yes, we can teach. Yes, we can execute. Yes, we can game plan.
Absolutely.
As a former player. I'm not saying we delegation. I'm saying we former players are experts at our job.
Yeah, well, and like this texter says, I will say this, and I won't get totally down this road. I won't go totally down this road, but I mean, this is good. Like this texter says, Steve Marcus involved. Father and mother wouldn't be protective of their 17-year-old kid on college campus. 17, and it's like, yeah, would. I think, and they're being, and it's like, some parents can do things. Can do what they think is best.
Yep.
Okay, Steve Rummage, for instance. Steve Rummage sat in a high school my mom and dad didn't play sports, right? So Steve Rummage, for instance, sat in a college coach's office and was offered a full scholarship to Western Kentucky. You want to know what Steve Rummage said? Not to their face.
I'm listening.
To their face, Steve Rummage said, well, thank you. Thank you, coach. I appreciate that. Steve Rummage left that office of Bullitt Central High School and was like, going to Western Kentucky? I have offered, dude, I don't have offers.
You got letters.
I have letters from Tennessee. I have letters from Louisville, Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? Vandy had me down on a blah, 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 all this stuff. Ain't taking no freaking offer from Western. Scoffed at it, left. Time went by. Guess who didn't offer Steve Rummage? Tennessee, Kentucky, Louisville. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, all these schools. So guess what Steve Rummage did? Hey, Coach Foster, you want to call Western, back? Call Western back. And they don't got anything for you, man.
I'll change to fullback.
Actually, Western was going to move me to defensive end. They wanted me to defensive end. So I was like, oh, so now I don't have any offers at all, like that are like all that good, right. So okay, now what if you know how hard it would be for Steve Rummage? Now Elijah gets an offer from a school like Western. Mm-hmm. There's two ways Steve Rummage could take this. Steve Rummage could say, well, son, this is my story, and this is what you could do. You know what else Steve Rummage could do? And it may be the right thing in the wrong way. Mm. Son, you got to take that offer. Take it. Hey, listen, I'm going to call the school. I'm going to call them and I'm going to tell them, hey, he wants to be here. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm calling Western like, hey, I don't know what he said, but he wants to be here and I'm going to make him. And then all of a sudden they're like, man, his dad's a little out there.
Yep.
When in reality, I'm just like, man, I don't want my son to screw this up.
Yeah, like I did.
So I tell that whole long story to say, I don't fault parents.
Yeah. Because
some of them are just in a bad way.
Yeah.
They don't care. Look, it may screw my kid up, but you know what? Give me my money and whatever.
Yep.
But
look,
I don't
whatever that kid makes his mind anyway.
You'll see a lot
kind of like you told me to be.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Look, kind of like when I sat around and said, Jalen, you're never gonna play at Tennessee, son. Just take this nice little Vanderbilt scholarship, get some good grades, meet some connects,
Mm-hmm.
Listen, get into the medical field, Jalen. Listen, Jalen, you're never going to play at Tennessee. You're a linebacker. They're not going to let you play quarterback. They're not going to let you play anything. You're not going to be a safety. You're not fast enough.
Yeah.
You're
too small to be a linebacker. You're too slow to be a safety. You suck.
And everybody said, Marcus, hey man, he can do it. I'm saying everybody's wrong with me.
And you got Steve Rummage up in Louisville going, I mean, why would Charlie take him? Like, okay, I know he's a Maven, but like, kid's a quarterback. We don't need no quarterback.
The only thing he had going for him is I'm like,
what is he, an athletic quarterback that don't throw the ball well? Like, no, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, he's only like top 5 or 10 all time in state passing records.
Yeah. Please. That was me.
Yeah, but point being, maybe it's totally yards, but anyway,
it's
whatever it is.
Awesome.
He had stupid numbers. Anyway, point being, I could have got that same rap. A Tennessee fan would say, "Oh, he just wants his kid to be look, he wants his kid to be in the medical field."
Mm-hmm.
So that you could say Jalen's not really invested about being a real football player anyway, because his dad was trying to send him to Vanderbilt. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, now he's labeled with that.
Yeah.
I'm labeled with that. I'm not big boy sports. And this is me trying to just do the best thing for him. Let me get to the phone line.
No, I agree.
Pastor Jay, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Marcus. Hey, Steve. I watch you guys every single day for years on YouTube. And before that, I listen to you on iHeart. Love you guys. Watch you every night, Marcus.
Now I feel terrible. You can't be Pastor Jay and admit that you listen to the night show. My goodness. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Look, I have to catch every time I can. Listen, I got two quick questions. Really, I want to get some opinions for you, on you guys on this. Okay, Sharp. I want you guys' true opinion on the 7'5" guy. For me, just to see Brandon Huntley, Hatfield, and Sharp down there just for 2-3 minutes in the game. If I ever was a little girl on the inside of me, it brings that giggly little girl out. Just letting you guys know.
Fair enough.
Also, real quick, the NIL deals. Listen, I know that when you're playing with money, they're probably gonna put stuff in caps and all that in. But listen, should we not be the ones to just take advantage, to come out and say, hey, we are the school you want to be at. Nobody's going to top us. And do you think Kenny is probably doing that? He's just doing that behind the scenes. And as always, guys, I always say, I think I started this hashtag on Facebook, trust the process. I'm trusting the process, just being patient. I love seeing what I'm seeing. All right, guys.
Appreciate
the
it,
call.
man.
It really ruined my day. Just pastor.
Yeah, that's tough.
But maybe it's Pastor Troy. Like maybe it's just like an honor.
Maybe it's his rap name.
Yeah, just an honorary name. Maybe it's not. I'm gonna assume that that's just a rap name, and it's not an actual pastor at the night. Look, watching me have a cocktail at 12 o'clock at night, cussing out my coaching staff.
Yeah,
having mental breakdowns over getting beat by Virginia Tech. By the way, I threw in Amani Bates versus Virginia Tech, and it was heartbreaking.
Really?
I said they beat us by 40.
I know.
Imani Bates is blowing around Virginia Tech like they suck.
Yeah. This team sucks, man.
It was pathetic.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't even know who ended up winning.
That was up in Brooklyn, right?
Actually, Nikki, tell me what happened with the Memphis Virginia Tech game. I don't remember if he had on white or black, but Memphis played Virginia Tech this year, and I just want to know the final score. I mean, maybe Virginia Tech blew them, but I was watching Imani Bates.
I actually got it, Nikki. I had his stats pulled up already.
Oh, nice. Well done.
They won. Memphis won 69-61.
Nice.
Bates had 9-3-4, 9-4-3.
9-4-3.
Yeah.
Just watching him out there, Steve. I'm just like, huh.
Yeah, man.
But his dad's protective.
I know.
We don't want him here. His dad cares.
Too much potential. Too much potential to be good.
I mean, I don't want him to just come here for 1 year anyway.
Yeah. Shucks.
What does it mean for Jalen Withers playing time?
I don't care. Yeah, no, but man, I will say, man, it is awesome to see the excitement around stuff like this. And you want to know, and I've said this before many times, and I hate to be this guy today and bring this conversation up, but I don't want to have a conversation, but I just want to mention it.
Mm-hmm.
It's done what we've said all along. If something were to happen and you're not in a postseason this year, this has brought excitement to the season. Let's go play in Maui. Let's go beat Kentucky. Let's go win the ACC regular season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying they'll do all that, but
basically, if you get that, you basically justify whatever summer push you have to say, this is our year.
Yeah, let's go send 2 or 3 of these kids to the first round, in a year where we're not in the postseason or something, and I don't know that will be the case.
Like that, Steve.
But it's like, I'm just saying, though, that is taking
this
those.
Is basketball I want to watch no matter what.
Yeah, it's taking that ammo out.
Yeah,
Kenny
Kenny
let's
Payne.
do this.
I'm watching Imani Bates, Jalen Withers, and Tyrese Hunter.
Yeah.
And Roosevelt Wheeler and Sidney Curry and L. Boogie Ellis.
Yes.
And Kamari Land. Steve, let me just, before we go to the commercial break, I need to see who sent me this, because I think it's Nicholas. I want to give you a last little credit shout out. He made sure he wanted me to post this last night. Nick Campbell, he sent me this, right? He said I had to look at this.
Pastor did confirm he's an actual pastor.
Gosh, why would you tell me that, Steve?
For 2 years now.
Wait, I thought it was Pastor J.
Pastor J.
You said Nick.
I thought you said Pastor Dick. I'm serious. I thought you said that.
No, he said Pastor Nick.
Pastor Nick. Oh,
Yeah,
because you said
I
Nick.
said
Freudian.
Nick,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Freudian slip.
What are you back there doing on your phone?
Being awesome.
Somebody said Midnights with Marcus Maben is a religious experience.
Well, I'm about to be ordained, so Now we're equal playing field.
Well, I'm already.
Well, I'll quickly try. Listen to this. Listen to this list, Steve. That would be this class. And I'll just fly through them, right?
Okay.
Number 1 for this class, the 2022 class, Imani Bates. Number 2, Jalen Duren. Caleb Houston, Amari, Chris Livingston at 5. Brendan Miller at 6. Brandon Huntley Hatfield at 8. Jay Rice, Dora Johnson, Keontae George, Jalen Washington, Dylan Hunters at 19. Sky Clark at 20. Mark Mitchell, Dylan Anderson, Kamari Lambs, 23. I just gave y'all an ESPN.
This is before they reclass.
Yes, before they reclass.
Essentially getting 2 top 10 kids and a top 25 kid. Go to break.
You're listening to 93.9 The Ville, powered by Isaacs and Isaacs Injury Lawyers. WeWin.com.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
The sounds of spring can often be followed by the sounds of a broken air conditioner. So if you hear your AC unit making some unwanted noise, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Right now, when you buy a full Train system, receive an extended 10-year part and labor warranty and 18-month special financing. It's hard to stop a train, so call DFH 86222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Yeah. Dude, he's going to be Dre this year. Everyone forgot about Kamari.
Festival in Louisville, Kentucky, May 27th through
Yeah, no.
Day Weekend. See Tyler, the Creator, Tame Impala, Jack Harlow, Rufus Du Sol, Phoebe Bridgers, Porter Robinson, Claro, and more at Scenic Waterfront.
Still miss Dre, man. I know, but I miss him.
.com. Forecastle Festival, May 27th through 29th, Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah, no. You're good. You don't want stress, anxiety, or anything getting in your head, BlueChew.com, they can help you. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable format at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections and combat all forms of ED. And because Blue Chew is an online prescription service, there are no visits to a doctor's office, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package, which will be the opposite of you, my friend, when you use Blue Chew. Process simple. Sign up, BlueChew.com. Consult one of their licensed medical providers. And once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Best part, it's all done online. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem here. Blue Chew tablets are chewable. Yay. Blue Chew tablets are also made in the USA. Patriotic. Yay. They prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. No middleman. Yay. And here's a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Derby at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code Derby, to receive your first month free. When it's time to have sex, have the confidence of a thoroughbred and get your own garland of roses. BlueChew.com.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold craft, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 Pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision?
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision?
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
UPS is hiring warehouse workers and package handlers in our Louisville, Kentucky hub. Our warehouses are in team settings where everyone truly has each other's backs, and we work together to deliver what matters to customers and communities. We're paying up to $21 an hour and offer great benefits, including 100% paid tuition plus housing for some with our Metro College or Loops programs. Shift your team, shift your future, shift your life. Visit upsjobs.com to apply. That's upsjobs.com. Make the shift, make a difference. UPS Jobs.
It's almost time for the sun to shine bright on our old Kentucky home and the ponies to go a-running. And what better way to celebrate this great time of year than visiting the brand new Fox Den in the heart of St. Matthews. The Fox Den has over 11 billiard tables, and you can watch the big race or big game on over 30 televisions. Live music there every day that ends in Y. That's all 7 of them, folks. And if you're hungry, a chef-driven pub-style food menu. They even got pinball. Be sure to check out the patio as well. It offers lounge seating in a full-service bar. Get on out there. The brand new Fox Den, 3814 Frankfurt Avenue, your spot for billiards, bites, and brews.
This is Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Nick Valvano, the Sports Center Update, brought to you by Body Armor Edge. Get your edge. Head to Kroger and stock up on Body Armor Edge with caffeine and electrolytes. Barrel, it's coming home to Louisville. Last night, the number 5 ranked Cards were victorious over 14th ranked Vandy on the road, winning 1-0.
Swung on and it hit a high and deep to left field. Grass, track, wall, back of the bleachers, Bianco. His 10th of the season, RBI 45, and he hammered a tape measure shot to left to put the Cards on top 1-0.
Sean Moss-Caller heard last night right here on 93.9 The Ville. Coach Dan McDonald, he'll join Bobby V today, 12:30 over on ESPN 680, 105.7. The Bats, they win over Indy 6-3. They're in action today, 1:35 again with Indianapolis. The Reds, they lost 6-3 to Milwaukee. To the NBA, Murray State alum Ja Morant erupts for 47 points to help Memphis beat Golden State last night in the NBA playoffs, 106-101. Your home for the NBA Finals is ESPN Louisville. And tonight on the pitch, Lou City FC at Atlanta United 2. Join Jeff Milby and Casey Whitfield at 7:15 for pre-match coverage with kickoff at 7:30 p.m. on all ESPN Louisville stations.
Kentucky Derby 148 runs on ESPN Louisville.
And they're into the stretch.
Again this year, ESPN Louisville will feature more than 12 hours of Derby coverage on Saturday, including pre-race live play-by-play and post-race analysis.
Authentic has won the Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby 148 on ESPN Louisville is presented by Kentucky Fish and Wildlife TV.
Who's this?
Edge.
You're 1,000% right. 1,000%. Oh, I've been that guy, but I've been trying to time my stools not at the bottom of the hour. But I'm still that guy. Right. Pinch it off. Little May the 4th Star Wars remix, baby.
What did Tim Sullivan do? Oh, what did Tim Sullivan do?
I don't know. I was busy playing this far out remix of the Star Wars theme for May the 4th.
Nothing. Okay. Had a little article about what was it? I don't even know what it said. It was like the place didn't the investigation thing that isn't buying Louisville's yeah retort. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I was like, okay, thank you for that this morning.
Okay.
It got absolutely zero traction. It was like, cool. Do you feel better? All right.
But let me do this. Let me do this right now. First of all, Steve, just because of that, I won't get heated. And speaking of heated, temperature control is one of the most valuable resources one can have. If you agree with that sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Just dial 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use here at the 93.9 Studios, for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
Do you just hate us doing reads?
Dude, that was majestic as hell.
Like I feel like
we'll ask DFH when they come.
I feel like sometimes, like you
when Alex texts me right now and say, "Tell him to turn that shite off."
Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm a little
DFH.
disappointed you didn't do like a Star Wars reference or something like that. You know,
I thought about it
when the Millennium Falcon's breaking the Kessel Run and traveling at 47,000 parsecs a second, it gets rather hot. I don't know. I feel like a lightsaber burns at like 1,000,000 kilojoules.
Steve,
speaking of temperature,
give them some. Jesus Christ, you were way overthinking that. That was highbrow humor right there.
That was
Steve,
nerdy as hell.
Do you want to pass along anything?
Happy May 4th.
Andy, what am I supposed to make sure everybody knows about? Nikki, do you have something on demand?
Ooh, well, yeah, tonight, you might have heard in my flawless Sports Center, tonight, Louisville City FC at Atlanta United 2. Join Jeff Milby and Casey Whitfield, 7:15. Pre-match coverage, kickoff, 7:30 p.m. That's on all ESPN, Louisville Sticks, 680, 105.7, as well as right here on 93.9 The Bill.
Okay, so now,
awesome.
Now I have to do something more important than any of y'all.
Well, cool. Makes me feel good.
I'm going to go exactly to it because I don't want to screw this up.
I can buy you 10 seconds.
May 9th. May 9th. This is Monday. Former University of Louisville success. I don't want to say former success story. The trending current, one of the most, the greatest actors to ever have attended the University of Louisville. One T.C. Stallings.
Mm-hmm.
No Vacancy comes out in theaters nationwide May 9th. No Vacancy. He hit me up on Twitter, made sure that he actually commanded me to make sure everybody, okay, maybe not command, but plug will be nice. Card Nation, rise up. One night only in theaters May 9th. Also starring Louisville's own Sean Young. Let's go. Tickets, theaters, novacancymovie.com. Repeat, novacancymovie.com. TC Stallings, one of the more passionate interviews
awesome,
we've
man.
ever had here on 93.9.
Yeah.
So I definitely got to pass it along as much as humanly possible. TC, man, I hope you're doing good, man, and good luck with the unveiling May 9th. Appreciate the man. Appreciate you giving me the heads up and everything. And we definitely hope it blows the doors off.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Steve, I don't want to highbrow the Imani Bates thing anymore.
Okay.
I don't want to brag about how like Kamari lands Brandon Huntley Hatfield and Imani Bates would be like the stupidest recruiting class we've ever had here outside of probably Jason Osborne or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's another class that was probably just as ridiculous. But that's a while back.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to browbeat all this good stuff. But I got asked the question I was supposed to ask you yesterday.
Okay.
It can be a simple answer. It could be an elongated answer. Kenny Payne.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Kenny Payne. Okay, this is a hypothetical situation.
Okay.
Kenny Payne, every once in a while, he plays the lottery. Right? He messes around and hits the mega. Right?
Good for Kenny Payne.
Right? Okay. Now he has to go take care of some business, and he has to miss one game.
Okay.
Who's coaching this game? The game is against Syracuse. Who's the head coach on the sideline at the Yum Center for that one game?
Danny Manning. I think so. Even though I think that Nolan is probably the next big head coach, and I think Nolan will have a more successful career. But I mean, for this year at the beginning, I mean, Danny Manning's done it. Danny Manning was literally head coach of Maryland for the second half of the season last year.
What say you, Nikki?
About what? Danny Manning? Sorry, I'll be 100% honest. I took my headphones off and I pulled up the sandwich song for the Which read. I'm sorry. My bad. I tuned out for like 10 seconds.
Kenny Payne steps away for one game.
Oh, who's going to be the guy?
Who's the head coach?
Nolan.
Elaborate.
Okay. I feel like the way that he was hired and the way that he's kind of being appointed as like the next one, I feel like, okay, it'll be him in title, but under the watchful eye of Danny Manning. I mean, look, you're checking off all the boxes with this coaching staff. The young up-and-comer, the utility man in Jameson, and Danny Manning, like the OG vet who's been there. He's their Dino. You know, hopefully, like things, like the relationship stays well. But you have that guy. He's the Larry Brown to Penny.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's been there, done it. The veteran. So I feel like the way that you've hired the coaches, it'd be okay. Put it this way, like I feel like. Yeah, well, let's shoot that. No, I was gonna relate it to the old coaching staff here, U of L, but yeah, the parallels aren't really the same. But I do think, okay, I will say, I'll say it this way. I do know, because I heard from scuttlebutt from people closer to the team that when this was even before Mac was gone, or like gone permanently, it was at the beginning of the year in that 6-game stretch, that there were just a couple times where Pegues would call a set. And McMahon's would be like, wait, we're doing a play here.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I don't think it was ever acrimonious.
Yep.
But there was that
element
of how too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yep.
I feel like when you have a guy like Danny Manning, he knows when to push, he knows when to pull, he knows when to stay back because he's been there. He's been doing it for a hot minute. So I feel like it doesn't really matter who you name's the coach. He's going to know well enough to get the hell out of the way. And I don't know enough about this Jameson guy, but I don't think he's going to be, trying to take the spotlight from Nolan. And Nolan was hired as that young up-and-coming guy. So I feel like you give the keys to him. This is a long-winded way of me saying you flip the keys to him and Danny keeps an eye on him.
One of the greeters at Walmart, I usually talk to him, Jay. He we kind of asked me the question. I answered the question exactly like Steve did. I answered exactly like Steve. I said, "Oh, Danny Manning," right? Took me about 7 seconds to think it through. And I started thinking like you. And then I'm like, Danny Manning doesn't have anything to prove.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, you have a decent year. Danny Manning, there's going to be no shortage of opportunities for Danny Manning immediately. You know what I'm saying? Jameson, Kenny this dude is a CEO already. You know what I'm saying? He could be in an MBA room. He could be in a college leadership room. He's already vouched for him as a full college CEO. I really think Danny Manning would go straight to Kenny Payne and say, let's get the young fella's feet wet.
Yeah.
Let him get.
I think it depends on the game, too.
Well, okay. Well, that's the thing.
Okay.
If it was.
That's why I said Syracuse.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a conference game.
Are we talking like battlefield promotion, like Kenny Payne loses it, gets kicked out, and then
no.
If that's the case, I think Danny Manning.
He just has he just take a step away for one game.
Yeah, if they have time to prepare, then I think young fella, here's the keys. But if it's a Kenny Payne doesn't like a lack of foul call on Sidney Curry and gets tossed,
If Kenny
Danny
Payne,
Manning
if
step in.
Kenny Payne gets tossed against Bellarmine, who takes over?
If he gets tossed at all this year, it's Danny Manning. Mid game, that's to me, that's not even a question.
It doesn't matter your opponent.
It's also going to be historical because that'll be the first time anyone's ever been mad at Kenny Payne or a documented incident.
Well, no, who said they're gonna mad at Kenny Payne?
I'm saying the ref. If the ref
No,
tosses
Kenny
him,
Payne's going to tell him. I need to toss me real quick.
oh, he's going to pull Hoosiers.
Yeah. Just like, yeah.
Hey, you got pigeon spit in your eye. You know.
Hey, man, these dudes over here, they didn't come to play. Toss me.
Throw me out.
I mean, it's not gonna quite look Cal-ish, but
He said, crap, we're going to lose. And then they always come back and win. Like,
yeah. Don't wait till you're losing to an inferior team to get kicked out.
10:55 for our first shot.
I know. I felt good about
The
that.
morning.
Felt good about that.
So it depends on the game
Yeah,
centric.
to me, it depends on the game. I mean, if we're talking, man, this is a
If
game.
it's a meaningful game,
Yeah.
ACC ranking, is it buys and stuff like that? Yeah,
I think you would
Quad
probably go.
one game, maybe.
So
Yeah.
the first half of the season, it'll be Nolan. Second half of the season,
Truthfully, I think this question may be completely different in year 2. I think year
I was just
one,
doing
I think
this centric first half of the season. Would they be willing to flip the keys to him to let him get his feet wet, or is Danny Manning?
I mean, I
still,
wouldn't hate it. Here's the beautiful thing, though. You got multiple options. That's what you do feel good about.
I
I mean,
wouldn't feel like Nolan would panic.
It's like Nick said. I mean, last year you're looking at that, and it kind of had the. Do you remember like when we said, "Wow, the football team there towards the end of Bobby's second tenure"? It was like, I don't know who could coach this team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now last year felt like that. It was like, I don't really know if there's a head coach out there. Now you feel like there's 2 on the bench behind Kenny Payne that could step up and coach a game, that have the players, and that I trust. Even, for instance, say y'all's scenario and Nolan was the coach, I think Danny Manning would assume the role of an assistant coach. Like he would, I'm an assistant coach to Nolan.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
If Danny Manning coached, I think that Nolan would.
But it's crazy.
Whereas, like Nick said last year, you could tell that wasn't what was
I almost
happening.
think Nolan would feel uncomfortable being the head coach with Danny Manning right there. Just how it's like, no,
There's a lot of respect.
Yeah. No,
Doc,
take it. No, you take it.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you take it. No,
Yeah.
young fella, we order you to take it on this one. You need this one under your belt. It's a perfect game for you. Doc, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Good morning, guys. Do you think that might come down to which coach was doing the game planning for that specific game?
The scout, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm just going completely hypothetical. Like, are they gonna try to groom Nolan as fast as they can to get him ready for that?
I mean, Doc's right. Yeah, I mean, like really thinking it through.
in a sensible,
Yeah, like I totally agree with Doc there. It'd be like, hey, Nolan scouts Syracuse, like he's been on the Syracuse scout, then yeah, it's a no-brainer. It's like, well, yeah, then we're gonna let you take it,
but they would feel just as comfortable, you're saying?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So what would you suggest, Doc?
Yeah,
Just whoever does the scout.
Yeah, you trust them to do the scouting and put in their game plan. They know best what's going to be expected for that particular game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Doc, I appreciate the call. And you never underestimate the level of scout, the level of trust you build from a scout, right? Because there's nothing like. Listen, I'll end this hour with this. Coach Davenport tried to warn me about a 27-year-old kid from Alaska or played for Hawaii, I think. Hawaii or Alaska, I don't remember. I think it's Hawaii now that I mention it. He tried to prepare me in the scout. Listen, Nikki, imagine this. Davenport warning you that the kid's 27 years old or like 26 or 27. And he was like, Marcus, this kid's a mature guy. You know what I'm saying? Imagine like a Ross McMains.
Yeah.
Playing it's them athletes in action guys.
Yeah.
Like he's 26 years old.
I know.
Davenport was like, Marcus, your hands are going to be full with this guy. I'm like, Coach,
Do you remember when Patino took Damian Lee and all them down there preseason and they played the Puerto Rico guys?
Yes.
And everybody was like, oh, man, no, it's going to be fun. We're going to watch. And they was like,
was it Bronson Arroyo or something?
Dude, it was Maurice Harkley played on there.
Right. Is Sosa on that team?
No.
I don't
think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
But
think so.
I don't know.
It would have stuck out.
Yeah, but the point is let me go ahead, Nick.
Francisco Garcia.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
breaking things. I'm sorry.
But it was like they got down there. It was like, dude, they kicked y'all's butt.
Yeah, right, right.
Like,
Yeah, but listen.
that first game, it was like, well, yeah, we're not going to win many games because they're much better.
Yeah, Davenport had the scout, and he just told it. Like I always took pride in not giving up a 20-point game. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like, no, I'm not giving. Nobody's going to 20 me. You crazy? And it came down to the cross section moment,
Mm-hmm.
Steve. You know the movie where it flashes and it says, "How did we get here?" You know?
Yeah.
Look, and they start doing the flashback of this is where we ended up. I had one of those moments where the guy got me off balance right in the middle of the lane, and he had me up in the air on the pump fake, Steve,
Mm-hmm.
and he did the little shoulder bump into you,
Yep.
and got an and one on me, and it was just like one of them. Right as I was in the air off balance, Davenport was. Didn't I tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't I tell you he was crafty? And it was like, yeah, you told me, Coach D.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick, you play us out. And I'm having flashbacks of Davenport warning me that a 25-year-old left-handed guard is going to be a problem.
I've got the roster of that Puerto Rican team.
Okay, listen.
All right. Alex Abreu.
League.
Guillermo Diaz.
League.
Richard Cheney. Javier Gonzalez. Angel Danielle Vassallo. Jorge Brian Diaz.
Oh, no.
Elias Larry Ayuso. Luis Villafane. Ronaldo Balkman. Isaac Sosa.
Everybody knows Balkman.
Benito Santiago. Kevin Young. Kevin Young, really? Devin Toller.
Bill Smith.